Hey everybody, it's Dave Juno. How y'all doing? I'm better. I'm recovering a little bit. And I'll tell you why. I do have a cold. I do have a cold again. Um, these. I thought it was the grandkids who brought it home. No, it was my older son. It never told anybody. So yeah, I do have a cold. But I had a drop attack this morning, and drop attacks, they happen with Meniere's disease. And you know what? I've got it right here on my computer. So let me tilt this monitor a little bit so I can see better. Because like I've told you before, I built a new computer. And that's just so I can have it here and easier to read and everything. I could probably just use my MacBook over here. The problem with that is my grandson would be in here driving me nuts. So a Meniere's drop attack, or what it's called, medically, a tumor autolytic crisis, sudden unexpected falls without loss of consciousness, which I didn't lose consciousness. Often described as a feeling of being pushed or having the environment tilt. Yeah, I felt like I was being thrown on the floor, to be honest with you. Um, it says they're rare, and I haven't had one in a couple of years, so I would agree with that for me. For me, disabling events occur in advanced Meniere's disease due to sudden inner ear pressure changes, which could be from the cold or the weather, because the weather outside is frightful. Not to sound like a Christmas song, but we got another storm coming in. Again, it's been storm February. We got another big one coming in on Monday, but yeah, it's snowing out, so it could have been from that. And then it says here key features of Meniere's drop attacks. Sudden onset. They occur. They can occur. They occur without warning, often leading to immediate falling or sudden head slump forward if seated. I never had one seated. I don't know if you have. If you have, let me know in the comments. No loss of consciousness, which I didn't. Short duration. Lasted only for a few seconds. Recover quickly to a normal state. Yeah, maybe I recovered probably about 20 minutes. I wouldn't say seconds. I think that's. I don't. It was. It lasted a minute or two because I was having trouble getting up. Um, uh, but the recovery, it was about a couple hours of recovery. You know, and no preceding vertigo. Unlike typical Meniere's attacks, these attacks are not accompanied by the long-lasting spinning sensation. Pathology caused by sudden mechanical deformation of the utricle or saccule in the inner ear, or rapid electrolyte changes, known as an autolytic crisis. Well, my saccule was shaved down, so I don't. We'll see. It's okay, you know. Sensations, the same thing. They can occur early or late in the disease. Sometimes spontaneity, management style. It's always the same thing, just like it is for Meniere's. Cortisone, gentamicin injections, trigger physical strain, rapid head movement, rapid change in visual surroundings, um, lifestyle changes, strict low salt, 1,500 to 200 milligrams a day, avoiding caffeine. Well, I'm not going to avoid caffeine. I love my coffee. Um, Sorry, I don't drink coffee all day anymore like I used to, but I do have one or two a day. Alcohol, I don't drink. I, I'm sober going on. It's going to be 8 years this year. And before I fell off the wagon for 6 months, it was almost 30. It's 30 years. So, yeah, alcohol, man, drink that. Tobacco, I haven't done that in 22 years. Yeah, 22 years I haven't tobacco. I had like one cigar maybe in 22 years, and I love cigars, but I stay away from them. Triggers, physical strain, rapid head movement, rapid changes in visual surroundings. So that's all I'm going to go on about that. And sure, there's videos of people falling you can watch on YouTube. Um, I didn't record mine. But yeah, it happened, you know. So what do I do now? Okay, where last week I had vertigo for about 20 minutes. This week I had drop attack. So do I sit there and go, my surgery wasn't a success? Oh my God, what am I going to do now? And just shut down? Or do I say, hey, one vertigo attack in 9 months? That's good compared to what it was. One drop attack, and probably the last time I had a drop attack was, I think it was 6 years ago. It was 6 years ago. The last drop attack I had was, I was going to my high school reunion. Yes, I was going to my high school reunion, 35th reunion. And I was talking to my wife because my wife didn't want to go. Not because she didn't like the people I went to school with. She loves them all. They all love her. The first reunion I went to, she ran around and introduced herself to everybody, which was awesome. I thought it was great. But I was sitting on an ottoman, and I was saying, well, you know what? I'm just going to go myself. And she was like, no, stay home, blah, 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 blah. I'm afraid something's going to happen to you. I said, nah, I'll be fine. I got my friends there. My cousins will be there. I had a couple of cousins I went to school with. They'll be there. I'll be fine. And then the next thing you know, I fell off the ottoman. Literally dropped right off the ottoman. I fractured a rib here. I bruised these ribs, and spent the night in the hospital. So that was like 6 years ago. So one attack in 6 weeks, 6 years, I'll take it. That's not bad because I have Meniere's disease. There's nothing I can do about it. It's going to happen. I mean, the one thing I do know is it's all from my right ear because the left ear, I had that laparothectomy, so everything's gone on that ear. So I do know it's all from my right ear. And that sac decompression surgery was basically to let the fluid out. It doesn't mean it's not going to build up. It just means it's going to come out better. And it does. Because I can always feel it when it comes out. Especially if it's a lot. I can feel it going down my throat. Then I cough. Everybody panics. Thinks I got COVID. But yeah, I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to stop these videos. I'm not going to stop, doing what I do. I'm not going to say, okay, hanging up the fishing line, I'm just going to sit in this room forever. Maybe I'll go get a wheelchair. Maybe I'll just stop living. No, that's further from the truth. It just means, hey, you had one incident. It's not a bad thing. Could be better. Yeah. But you know what? Keep going. Keep going. I'm still waiting for, all the snow to go. So I can get out and do some fishing. I can't wait for April 4th so I can go to my favorite spot, my favorite reservoir, and fish, because that's when it opens for fishing, even though people probably are ice fishing on it right now and not supposed to be. No, I don't ice fish. I went through the ice once. I didn't go like all the way under. Luckily, I just came right back up the same hole. But yeah, I don't trust ice. I don't care how thick it is. I don't trust it because, the water's still moving underneath. So you could have, 2 feet of ice and then go up to like 4 or 5 inches, maybe 2 inches, and then go back down to like 10 feet. It's crazy. So I don't trust ice. But yeah, I'm still looking forward to spring. And winter has always been my toughest month. That's when this all started, was winter. In the winter, it would be awful. We were getting, 2015 major storms. We were getting blizzard after blizzard after blizzard after blizzard. We had I don't know how many inches of snow in like 2 weeks. It was like maybe 75 inches of snow in 2 weeks. And out there shoveling, because that's when I was shoveling and everything. Really didn't understand what was going on. But every time it would snow, and I would do that, I would have massive vertigo attacks for days. So, it isn't that bad. Plus my family won't let me shovel. And I get pissed and I yell and they yell back and I go, okay, you're right. I'm sorry. It's the same thing in the spring and the summer. No, you're not touching the lawnmower. Why not? I can do the backyard. It's fly. You're not doing it. Okay. It's okay. So, yeah, just because it happened once doesn't mean my surgeries weren't successful. It doesn't mean I should give up. I'm going to continue doing what I do. Talk to y'all later.